In this tutorial, I'm going to go over how to log into your website and how to create properties and how to make the pages where you get into the properties password protected. So first thing we're going to do is log in. You have to call up your website in any browser, and what you're going to do is put your cursor after the domain name, put a /, then type in login and hit enter. When you hit enter, you're going to come up to a screen like this. You enter your username and password, which I will send to you, and you click on login, and that will take you into your website dashboard, which will look like this when you first get into it. And what you're going to do is you'll notice on the left-hand side here in this black bar, you're going to notice something called properties. And that, when I'm working on a website, what I typically do is I typically open up a couple of tabs. And one, I'll have the live site up, and the other, I'll have the dashboard where I'm working on the site open. So I can see what my changes look like after I made them here. And I can go back to the dashboard here where I'm working on it. So for properties, what you're going to do is you're going to hover over you're going to hover over all property. You're going to hover over properties and then click on all properties. And this will bring up all the different properties that you have. And I created 3 just test properties so you can see what they look like here. In order to, if you wanted to make changes to any of these, what you could do is just click on the property name itself. And you'll see that here's the page where you actually make changes and work on the properties themselves. In order to create a property, what you're going to do is you're going to have to give it a name. And the name will be right up here. I just call this test property 3. And then you just sort of work your way down and fill in the information that it asks for. And that will, once you do that, that will populate the properties, our properties here, which is password protected, so you can't get in here at this point. But for someone who does have access to it, they will be able to see your property once it's all set up. So as we work our way down here, you put in the dollar amount here, which the property costs. You put in next one down, you put in the address into this text field. Next, you're going to put in a description here. I just have some filler text here. And under that, I have a place where you can put in some pictures of it. You can put a whole gallery of pictures, basically however many you want, in this gallery here, and then people will be able to open up that property and look at the pictures. For the featured picture, and I'll just open this up here. I'm going to log in. Here's what somebody will, if they click on our properties and they aren't a member or don't have access to it, they're going to come up with this screen here, which says if you are a member, log in here. And if you're not a member, please contact us, and that will take them to your contact page. And then they can just contact you by either calling you or sending you an email or filling out the form. And then if you decide to give them access to your properties, then you will give them a username and password, and they'll be able to get in. If they are a member, they're going to click on login here, and that will take them to this page here. And I'm going to put in my login information for this page, and let's see what. And I'm going to click on login, and that will take me to, you're not going to get this, I'm logged into the dashboard. So another person will not get this screen. What I should do is I should actually do this in another browser. I'll open up this browser and we'll do it in here. And this is what a person who's not logged in will actually see. I'm logged in here, so I'll log out. And if they clicked on our properties, and then they would get to this page again, and they would click on login here. Excuse me. And they're going to put in their information here, their username and password. I'll just put in one that I created. And that will take them to the properties page. And this is how the properties page will look. You have the 3 properties here, which I created as just sample properties. And if the person clicks on the individual property, it will take them to this page here, and all the information that you were filling out on in this part here in the dashboard will all appear on this page. They'll have the featured image here, and this is what I wanted to show you. What you have is the featured image will show here, and it will also show, that's the image that will show on where you have all your properties listed. It will show up here too, and when they get into the property, that will show up here. And if we get back into the dashboard here, that picture is the one where you put into here, into this area here, the featured image. So I'm going to show you how to fill one of these out. I'm going to start a new one. If you wanted to edit any of these, you would just go into these sections. You would edit say the address or dollar amount or description or whatever you wanted to edit. Once you were done making your edits, you would click on update, and that would update the property. To create a new one, you're going to go to properties, and then you're going to click on add new. And that will take you to this page here, and we'll just create a test property 4, and we'll give this a dollar amount. Let's give it a dollar amount here for the address. We'll just give it sort of a a fake address here. We'll create we'll put in some filler text. Oops. Put in some filler text in for the description. And what you're going to do in this part here, this is where the featured image will go. What it's going to say here is set featured image. And you click on that, and that's going to take you to your media library. This is where all the pictures that are currently on the site are. You could either select one of them, or you could upload a picture from your computer, and that would be, I would just go to this tab up here. I click on select files. I would navigate to my computer where that the picture was that I wanted to put in. I click on it, click on open. And once I was done with that, I would click on set featured image, and that would set the image as your featured image. In order to put the gallery up, and this is the gallery that shows up on your actual page. This is this gallery which shows up here. And if you get into this, get into any one of the pictures, they can walk through the actual gallery here of all the pictures you have. So in order to get a gallery like this is how you create that. You'll put in your description of the property here. And after that, you place your cursor after that description, you click on this Add Media here, and this will take you to this place before again where you have two tabs. You've got the media library, which has all of your current pictures in here, or upload a file from here. This time what we're going to do is we're going to create a gallery. So I'm going to first of all click on Create Gallery. And now when I'm on this tab, I can do the same thing. I can either navigate to a place on my computer where the pictures are and add them like that, or just to make it easier for this demonstration, I'm going to go to the media library, and I'm just going to select some of the pictures that are in your media library. I'm going to select this one, this one, this one, this one, and we'll do this one here. And then I'm going to click on Create New Gallery. Then it says Insert Gallery. I'm going to insert the gallery. That will put your gallery right here. Probably don't want the spacing like that, so if I click on the gallery here and I click on the pencil, that pencil right there, you'll see I have a choice here of how many columns. Typically what you could have to make this work out the best, I would choose like either 5 or 6 columns. Why don't we choose 6? I think that's what I did on the other one. Now I'm going to update the gallery, and then it will have, you can put six pictures in here across, and that just looks a little bit nicer. So once I'm done filling everything out here, the featured image, I'll set the featured image here. I'll go back into the media library and we'll select that as the featured image. Set featured image, that will appear here. Once I'm all done, I will click on Publish. And you'll notice once that finishes saving, and it just did, this is called Test Property 4. If I go back to your live site and we go back to the Our Properties page, here you'll notice now we have Test Property 4. It won't say it won't say the actual title in here. We'll just have the dollar amount. Here's the dollar amount and the address that I put in. But this is the new property that I just added. This one right here. And if I click on it, I'll be able to get in. And this is all. Here's the gallery that we created, the description, the featured image. And if we want to go back to the properties page, the person can just click on this, and it will take them back to the properties page. So that is how you add properties to your website. If you wanted to delete a property, you would go back into Properties and then All Properties again. And that will take us back to this page, and now we see we have 4 different properties in here. This name here is whatever I named it in that top column there. Say I want to get rid of this property that I just created. What I'm going to do is hover over that property, and then I'm going to click on this item right here which says Trash. I'm going to click it on Trash, and this property, it just disappeared. But say you made a mistake. Say you clicked on that trash by accident. You didn't really want to trash it. The property's not gone yet. To actually delete it from the website, I'll have to go back up here into your trash folder. That will bring up whatever properties you clicked on trash on. They will show up in here. And now you have the choice to either restore that property, you can make it live again, or you can delete it permanently. So to keep your site clean, if you really want to get rid of that property, if it's sold and you're done with it, you click on Delete Permanently, and that property will be gone. Now it's gone. And now to get back to all the properties that you have which are live, you click on Published up here, and that will take you back to all your live properties. Now, in order to give somebody access, say somebody you have a client that's interested in seeing your properties on the website, because that is password protected, that page is password protected, what you're going to do is, in order to give them access, what you're going to do is go down here to this, this tab here which says WP Membership. You're going to go up to this tab, tab here, which says members. Going to click on the members. And here's all the members that are currently have access to it. I just created a couple of them just to sort of test things out. And so in order to create or give somebody access to that page, what you're going to do is you're going to click on Add New, and then you're just going to fill out the information. You're required to give them a username. It might give you like the last username which you used. So you can just type in a new username here. You're going to type in a new email address. Each person who you give access to, put that person's email address in here, and then you're going to come up with a password for them. And you type that in here, and you're going to type it in again here. Those are the only things which you have to put in. And once you've put in this information here, these three things, these three items, you're going to click on Add New Member here, and then you can once you do that, that username and password will have access to that page to the Our Properties page on the website. So what you do is just remember the username and password that you created in here, and you're going to email that client that information, the username and password, and then they will be able to log into that page. So that is basically what you need to know in order to create properties and to add members to your Our Properties page.